Your joy is yours alone. May 5, 2014. Dear ones, you are probably concerned that you are not yet good enough for this changing world. That others are more skilled, spiritual, or just know more than you. Such is not the case, but you have yet to accept that fact. And it truly is a fact, for all, but a very few, question their ability to create this massive transition. Perhaps you are tired of this theme, you have heard it so many times. Yet, such repetition does not change your belief that you are not as special as others. There are some who channel, you cannot. There are some who planet hop, you cannot. Is that any different from some 3D humans who had an eye-catching sense of design and others did not? Or that some could repair just about anything, but others could not? You have always had unique skill sets for a reason. Perhaps you elected to be a fashion designer in this life, so you have a flair with colors and patterns. So it is that your skills, your interests are right for this time, in this life, as has always been true. You are continuously reminded to follow your joy, for that is your role now. Perhaps you are interested in model trains, as important a skill as planet hopping if that is part of your role. This transition will be completed by those whose role fits perfectly within the puzzle or tapestry of this transition, which is all of you of Earth in this lifetime. Do you suppose someone who felt great joy burning others at the stake would have a place in New Earth? But was not such a person required when fear was the lesson of the day? Your unique skills and joy are right for a love-based Earth and the universes. Perhaps you are wondering how you will know when your skill set is to be used or important for this transition. Now. Not that all of you will light up at the same time, as much as it is time to discover who you are. The first piece of that, now that you have cleansed your being of 3D rubble, is to discover your joy, your interests. Perhaps you will not use those interests for some time. Or perhaps you will only need a small part of an interest in the future. Do not feel as if you must awake one day completely skilled and ready to take your place in this amazing transition. Maybe you will, but it is more likely you will put pieces together until the whole of whatever your skill set is created. For example, Steve Jobs, founder of Apple and creator of some of the first personal computers, had difficulties understanding the relevancy of his college coursework. For no particular reason, he decided to take a calligraphy class. That class was the basis of the fonts you now use with your various computer devices. Perhaps a history class will result in meeting someone important for your next step. Or perhaps just something you find enjoyable. It does not matter. There are no grades nor right nor wrong. There is only discovering and following your path of joy. No one but you can fulfill your role, so no one needs to understand your joy. It is your role and your joy. If Steve Jobs had been your child, you probably would have encouraged him to select more professional, that is, financial productive classes. And so it goes for you and those you love. All are starting to find their unique paths. Perhaps you are wondering if such is true for the newly awakened. Yes, for some. The newly awakened are transitioning more rapidly than was true for you. Some are starting their cleansing process and others completed it within hours. You believe such is not possible, for your process required months or even years. Your scout masters created the path for those who followed. So some newly awakened are finding their unique path, as are you. And others are just starting to cleanse. As a group, you scout masters are the most cohesive of any group, a bit like a military advance guard. Those that follow might be battle-seasoned or new recruits, quick learners or befuddled newbies. Yet, they are where they are because of your groundbreaking, loving work. So be it. Amen. Channeled by Brenda Hoffman. www.lifetapestrycreations.com